Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video. Selena Wu returns and pays Cody a visit. Chase seemingly gets through to Willow, and Cody gets a visit from an old friend. Today on General Hospital, Trina visits Kai, Dante and Cody discuss their time at camp as kids. And Ava gives Nina more advice on how to get Drew out of Willow's life. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At the hospital, Chase finishes with his health checkup, and Brooklyn can't believe it was so quick, saying women's exams are much more involved. He feels good that they are being proactive, and Brooklyn wishes she had his optimism. Chase wants to go visit Michael, so Brooklyn rides up with him on the way to her appointment. Stella visits Kai in the hospital. He reveals he has a dislocated shoulder but tells Stella he'll be back in yoga in no time. She asks how he's doing otherwise. He is feeling well physically, but also feels he let his team down. Stella tells him to look at all the gifts he's been sent. He didn't disappoint anyone. He suggests she donate the stuffed toys to the pediatric wing. She calls him a true hero. When Kai looks at the cards and who sent what, Stella wonders if he's looking for a specific sender. Stella eventually takes off and runs into Trina in the hall. Stella tells Trina that Kay's resting, so Trina thinks she should come back another time. Stella tells her no and to get in there. Trina goes in to see Kai and asks how he's feeling. He says all the greats have had setbacks, and soon he'll be able to start PT and be suitable for spring training. She says that's good, but she wants to know about him. He says there isn't much to say, and they were doing great in the game, until they weren't. However, this injury means no draft this year, so he'll be able to finish out his schooling, and he warns her to watch out. More. Head writers tease sexy storylines to come. Trina admits she watched the game. There was no escaping it. Everyone at the Brown Dog was glued to it. He hopes next season she'll come to an actual game. A nurse comes to take him for an MRI, and Kai thanks Trina for coming. Nina finds Willow crying outside of Michael's room. Nina fills her in that Tracy won't let the kids go, so Willow isn't budging regarding Carly and Sunny seeing Michael. Nina admits she's worried about her, as these are Michael's children too, and he's hurt. She says this is cruel. Willow knows that, but as Drew said, this is the only leverage she has. Nina tells her there is another choice. Willow says she tried to compromise, and it didn't work. She rants that Carly and Sunny play dirty, so she should do so too, as Drew says. Nina tells her to listen to herself, that all she is doing is following Drew's lead, and that she's not the warm, kind girl she once was. Willow can't believe Nina is telling her to bow down to Sunny and Carly. Nina says she's not saying that, but she is saying empathize with them. They are all suffering, so if she lays down her weapons, they may too. Willow worries she can't risk her kids on a maybe. Chase shows up and asks if he's interrupting. Nina says his timing is perfect, and she was about to leave. She hugs Willow and tells her to think about what she said. More. In defense of Willow and Drew, Nina walks off, and Chase asks how she is. Willow says her life is a complete mess, and she doesn't know how she got here. She says she's being kept from her kids, and Nina is questioning whether she's letting Drew make all the decisions. Chase asks if she is. Willow doesn't know, and everything is upside down in her head. She respects his opinion and asks what he thinks. Willow admits she's been thinking about everything that happened since coming to town from dawn of day, and she has seen a pattern. She has some compulsion to be rescued and saved. She has jumped from savior to savior, but Chase doesn't see it that way. He sees this as her need to have a family. He says home is not with a man. It's with her kids, so if she's lost, then she can find herself again. He says she needs to do what is right for Wiley and Amelia. She thanks him, and she sees things more clearly. It's up to her, not Nina or Drew, to decide what is next for her family. Brooklyn meets with Dr. Navarro for her appointment. The doctor asks about her pregnancy history, and Brooklyn admits she had a baby as a teen. It was healthy, and she gave it up for adoption. She doesn't understand why she can't get pregnant now. The doctor assures her delivering a baby then does not diminish her chances now. After the exam, the doctor tells her they'll have her results in 3 to 4 days. Talks with Curtis after an AANA meeting. She says she hasn't seen him at a meeting in a while. He explains with what is going on at Aurora, he doesn't want old habits coming back. Alexis says she is sticking with her vow not to drink and dishonor Sam's memory. Alexis shifts the subject and admits she's worried about Scout, who has been separated from her family. Curtis advises she spend as much time with Scout and give her as much normalcy while she still can. Alexis asks what "while I can" means. Curtis says Drew may end up moving to DC, but Alexis says he wouldn't. But if he does, she will fight him. More. A fan-favorite villain returns. Nina drops by the gallery to talk to Ava about what is happening. Ava feels for Michael as she knows the kind of pain burns bring, on top of the emotional toll they take on you. Nina says despite their difference, Michael is a good guy, and her heart goes out to him. It's Willow's behavior she can't believe and rants about how Drew controlling Willow's every move now. Nina says after everything she had to overcome to be in Willow's life, that now Drew's an obstacle. Ava wonders what it is Drew wants. Nina argues that he wants to punish Carly, Sonny, and whoever else he sees fit. Ava asks if Willow really does what Drew wants. Nina says she does, and she's not one to feel for Carly. But Drew has a hold on Willow, and is destroying her life and others. Nina needs to break their bond. Ava says she can do that easily. Ava urges her to tell Willow while she was falling in love with Drew, he was having sex with her mother. At the Quartermain stables, Gio helps a hungover Cody out with the horses. Dante arrives and jokes with his friend after seeing all the hangover cures on the table. Cody pays Gio for his work, and the young man heads out. Cody knows why he's salty, so why is Dante? Dante says Lulu is ignoring his texts and tells him what happened in Prague, and that how she's blaming him for Valentin taking off with Charlotte. Cody tells Dante he understands he likes to do things his way, but perhaps they should do it Lulu's way. Cody jokes that they've been having the same conversation since childhood. Cody prods, a strong-willed girl you can't stop thinking of. Does she remind you of anyone back in the day? Dante knows he's speaking of Brooklyn. Cody says he was always sneaking off to Camp Martha to see Brooklyn, and she drove him crazy back then. He says he talks big about wanting to take the reins with Lulu, but he wouldn't have fallen for her if she wasn't so strong-willed, just like he wouldn't have fallen for Brooklyn back then. Suddenly Gio interrupts and says a woman is here to see Cody. Selena walks in and says hello to Cody. Cody says he told her that he was out, so no more gambling. She was hoping to change his mind, but so be it. She tells him, until we meet again, and asks Gio to walk her to her car. Dante asks why Selena was really here, and if he's in trouble. Cody insists he's not in trouble, he's okay. Dante offers his help if he ends up needing it. Carly shows up at the mansion, and Tracy says she's welcome to visit the children, but she won't be absconding with them as Sonny tried. More. Did General Hospital just set up Monica's death? Tracy says she feels for Michael, but using those children as bargaining chips is not going to happen. Carly argues they belong with her mother. Tracy points out she's the one who took them away from Willow. Tracy announces Monica wants those children here, so that's where they are staying. Carly knows they haven't agreed on much, but they both love Michael and want what's best for him. She and Sonny have an opportunity to transfer Michael to a cutting-edge facility for burns, so they need to give Willow her kids back so they can get Michael into this clinic within the current window of opportunity. She asks what she'd do for Ned if he were in this situation. Tracy admits she'd do anything she could. However, Tracy says the kids stay, and this is due to the documents Carly put in place. She knows Drew and Willow are what they are, but they aren't monsters, and will see that Michael gets treatment. When Carly mentions Monica, Tracy laughs and tells Carly she's never cared about Monica. She yells, "That woman's life has never been the same since you came into town."